right, it's Thursday, December 1st. That's right. Can you believe it? December 1st. Yes, December 1st. Yeah, that's more like it. December 1st.
Oh, that's not right.
That's right. December 1st.
Don't you put that evil on me!
I can't believe it. I can't wait for the summer. It's coming. Summer's just around the corner. Live in the moment. Be present. Anyway, welcome to a brand new episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. The highly anticipated episode 500 is finally here. Yeah, there we go. And episode 500, 500. You know what? This podcast has been a thing since September of 2014, which is crazy. It's coming up on, it was just over 9 years, so coming up on 10 years. I started this thing as the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast. It was a one-on-one interview format. I was basically ripping off WTF with Mark Maron. I'd do like a 15-minute monologue off the top and then do interviews. Did about 150 episodes like that over the course of the first couple years, and then transitioned. Aww. It's 2022. I also transitioned. I took some format podcast blockers and I became a woman. No, I became, we evolved the show to the Julien Dionne show with Jen Grant. So the thing was, if you don't know the backstory, we did, so it was the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast for the first several years. The format of the show, as I said, I do segments and bits and different things and interview people. Did that for a first while, then I was very consistent in the beginning, then was inconsistent for a long while, dropping episodes every so often, kind of like lately. We've been inconsistent, but we're heading back towards regular programming. Anyway, so then I was relatively inconsistent, dropping episodes here and there when life events would happen or something. I'd come on and record. I'd do the odd solo pod. I'd do, all in person. Then the pandemic hit. Why am I so conservative today? Why am I? That's why I'm wearing a suit. I'm going for that conservative dollar, that right-wing podcast dollar. Anyway, then the pandemic hit and everyone was doing lives on Facebook. That's where it started. And I was like, should I just start doing Facebook lives, but under the moniker of the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast and kind of hammer out episodes that way? So I started that way. In March of 2020, doing 7 days a week. I would go live at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Can't remember what it was. And after a while, after a few weeks of that, Jenny would reply to me. She'd answer me as I was doing the podcast off mic. And people were like, where's Jen? Let's see Jen. Bring Jen on the mic. And I was filming, doing the lives, broadcasting from a little closet that we have upstairs. That was Lemon Press Studios version 3 or 4 by that point. Over the years, we'd moved. And so started doing lives and then brought Jen on mic. The first time she actually squeezed into the little office with me and sat on my lap, and very sensual. And we did an episode, not the whole episode like that. She did a little banter back and forth. And then she would, because she couldn't fit... And that's a testament to the closet, not Jenny. She couldn't fit in the closet. Two of us could... I should word that better. Two of us couldn't fit in the closet. So she was off mic. I had a long XLR mic cord going to the living room. And she would just be my voice. You would just hear her voice off camera. So there was a one camera face-on shot. And then we went to mornings because our internet connection in our sector, usage went up 800%. Anyway, this is boring. Internet usage went up 800%, so that it was really bad. So we started doing it at 7 a.m. At first, it was 7 days a week. Then we went down to 5, then 4, then twice a week when the world started opening up. And anyway, early on in the pandemic, when it was myself on camera and Jenny, we had the very talented producer Jordan, who at the time was just social media Jordan. she would cut up clips. She started just listening. She would tune into the show and give feedback and so on. And then we hired her services, and she does a great job. And so she would clip the show and promote it and put it online and all this. So fast forward to about 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, she was promoted to producer Jordan and given a third mic on the show. So the show has evolved from the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast, myself, with the odd guest, to now the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant and producer Jordan. So episode 500. 500 episodes. It should be more if I'd have been more consistent, but still, 500 episodes ain't nothing to sneeze at. So we're very happy and thrilled that you've, some people listening have followed us since the beginning. We have a great listenership. For some reason, we can't convert those listeners to video. Our video views are abysmal. At one point, so it was strictly audio, the podcast, for many, many, many years. And in the last couple of years, we added the video component because people have been saying video is the future. And if you have a podcast now and you don't have a video component, it's weird. It started off as a way of just people would go to YouTube because people didn't know how to get podcasts. They'd be like, how do I get podcasts? How do I download it? Where do I go? And then people started going to YouTube to just listen to them. And then that evolved to video, and you have to have video. So we have a video component. If you head on over to youtube.com/Julien Dionne Show. We're there. But it's just like an afterthought. It's up there. And the show is very different if you listen to it versus watch it. I mean, watching it, it's just a split screen with Jenny and I and Joji Magoji. But anyway. So yeah, this is the show. 500 episodes. It's a body of work. It's something. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of talking. Just like this intro. It's a lot of talking. I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. So what's my computer percentage at? 13%. I got to plug this in. I got to finish this intro quick. I'm going to wrap it up. And enjoy episode 500. It's a fun one. It's feisty. We get very, very feisty. We get into there's a big blowout towards the end of the episode. And it's a lot of fun. It's all in love. It's always in love, even though we disagree and bicker and argue. This is a love fest, this podcast. It's a fun hang. We appreciate you being with us. And of course, this very special episode, once again, is brought to you by Gandalf Spirulina. Head on over to GandalfSpirulina.com. If you don't know what spirulina is, it's a blue-green algae naturally found in the alkaline lakes, a low-calorie, super green, loaded with psychosanin, chlorophyll, vitamins, essential minerals, nucleic acid, antioxidant. It's omegas. It's a high concentration of omega-6 fatty acids. It's really a phenomenal superfood. It's something we discovered in the pandemic. We, the royal we. And I take it every single day. I love it. It restores energy and vitality. It helps with muscle fatigue because it has more protein, 600% more protein than tofu. It helps easily. It's more easily digested. Contains all 9 essential amino acids. Contains omega-6. It has got 2,300% more iron than spinach, 3,900% more beta carotene than carrots, and 280% more antioxidants than blueberries. This stuff is phenomenal. And here's the thing about Gandalf Spirulina. The quality is second to none. Because there's other spirulinas out there in the market. You can buy like 6 bottles for $30 or something. But those, you have to be careful where it's sourced. There's often heavy metals and so on. This stuff is organic. They filter out, or don't filter out, but it's got no heavy metals or anything. It's pure as pure can be. It's good for the organs. It's good for life. It's the ultimate superfood, spirulina. So head on over to GandalfSpirulina.com. We appreciate them, the partnership we've had with them over the last month and a half or so. And of course, that's that. This fantastic, special 500th episode is coming at you now from Lemon Press Studios, brought to you by Gandalf Spirulina. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Enjoy episode 500. And it all starts now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we are. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant and producer Jordan. Here we go. I believe, oh my God, shit. Wow, drop the ball or what? Well, this is episode 500.
That's fine.
Oh my God.
Are you sure it is? Are you sure it's not 499?
Yeah, I have one in the can. What's up now? 498?
No, I think 497 is up.
Oh, really?
That's why I thought.
Oh. Anyway, we're close to 500 if this is... Oh, let me put my wedding ring back on.
Ah,
I took it off last night.
why was it off?
When I got home, because I'm skinny now, so it slides off my fingy.
Maybe calling it fingy doesn't make it.
Manlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when I tried it on this summer, I was all puffy and inflamed and bloated. How do you lose weight in the fingers? I noticed it starts...
Oh, I know what it is, actually.
What?
I'm kind of the same. Like, my ring is loose. It's because it's cold, and your fingers get smaller, thinner when it's cold.
Is that science?
Check it out, Jordan. Check it out.
You know,
Do you notice that with your rings, Jojo?
hello?
Jordan?
Producer Jordan?
PJ?
PJ? Uh-oh, we've lost PJ.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
Oh.
Oh. I don't know. It said, what just happened? And then it cut again. We lost you again. Welcome to the technical hour. I think it may have been, 50 episodes since we haven't had a technical issue? 100? Actually, before I just didn't... no. Actually, I look back sometimes at old clips, and I was not a nice person when I was all drinking and high all the time. They say it makes you high, but a high makes you like...
Highing.
High. I don't know the verbiage now. Oh, we lost her.
Shoot. It says your fingers are typically bigger in the morning when you are hot or have recently consumed a lot of salt or alcohol. They shrink when you are cold or swimming in cold water. They are bigger in the summer and smaller in the winter. Fingers can swell a lot when you sleep or fly.
Bigger in the winter, summer in the smaller? Or smaller in the summer? No, the opposite.
Yeah.
Your fingers are smaller in the winter?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, should I get a winter ring?
Or I wonder if there's something you can get to make it a little smaller. Like, nicer than tape.
It's not that, like, it doesn't really fall. It only falls off in the shower. It'll slide right off.
Has it actually slid off?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Or my... I'm actually not really skinny. I'm exactly the same weight I was when I started the 75 hard, which, by the way, we've completed. Is Jordan with us, by the way?
Jojo?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know
back.
what happened.
Oh, well, welcome back. We're happy to have you.
The audio just kept going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Jordan, were you going to say something off the top of the podcast? When we cut you off?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
It smells like feet in here. Do you smell feet?
Oh.
No. Maybe it's your breath going back into your nose. Is that your dad's? Is that your dad's joke?
Yeah. My dad's joke. Anytime, forever. Like, since I'm a kid. My dad had the worst jokes as a kid, like, for self-esteem. Anytime I'd be like, oh, what smells? He'd be like, it's probably your breath blowing back in your face. Or one time I was so scared of cancer as a kid, like so scared of it. And I remember I had this pain behind my ear, which I just probably hit my head somewhere and it was sensitive. Like literally that's 100% what it was. And I was like so scared of cancer. And I go, Dad, I have a little pain behind my ear. Behind my ear, he goes, well, if you had a brain, I'd say it was a brain tumor. And he just like confirmed all of my fears. I was like 11.
If you had a brain.
You
didn't even hear that part.
No, I know. But it's because I was thinking it might have been a brain tumor.
I'm surprised you didn't think, oh my God, do I even have a brain?
Yeah. Hypochondriac. Maybe I don't have one. But I didn't sleep for like 3 weeks, thinking my dad diagnosed me with a terminal
Oh my
brain
gosh.
tumor.
So funny.
I was so dark as a kid sometimes. I'd have these morbid thoughts. I remember after that, I remember we were painting the in the living room in the house, which is Bridget's house now. We were painting the casings around the windows, and I was painting a casing. You could be so dramatic as a kid, painting a casing, thinking, I'll be long dead and they'll remember me painting this casing as a memory.
Oh my God. Also, so like self-absorbed.
I know, it was like 10 or 11.
Like that was all about you painting a casing.
And no one knew about what was happening in my head, but I was like putting it on as I was painting. I was like looking down low. I'm like they'll think back like,
How do you remember that?
Because I distinctively remember the brush strokes of the paint, the white paint on the casings, and I was like, I had my head low, I was looking low, as if I was in a movie, all dramatic, and I'm like, they're gonna look back and go, oh, remember he painted those casings, and now he's no longer with us.
Oh my God!
I swear to God, I was a very morbid and dark kid. I don't know where that came from. I think it was around the time I lost both my grandparents.
Oh yeah, I'm
quick.
Sure. I was just gonna say.
I was 12, I guess.
I was just gonna say that because.
Suddenly, too. My grandfather was very sudden. I mean, we went on a trip not down south to the Cabot Trail. I guess it was down south.
Technically.
And 1 week later, he was dead. I remember that was very, very traumatic. But because he was healthy, he was young. I mean, he was 71, I think, or 69.
Heart attack?
Yeah. Very sad. My grandmother had, not to get sad, this is a comedy podcast, but my grandmother had
Welcome, everyone.
multiple strokes, and so they were taking care of her for years, for like 4. Well, it seemed so much longer as a kid because it was such a large chunk of time, but I think she was sick for 3 or 4 years. And so she passed, and they had never spent one night apart ever.
Wow.
Ever in their entire marriage.
So that's probably what happened.
And what?
Well, you know how they say that when one of the couples dies.
Oh yeah, so 3 months later, on the day that she got her tombstone, my grandfather went to the cemetery, saw her tombstone, really shook him. He went home, and my uncle found him in his lazy boy chair, slumped over to the side. His chin was on the armrest, and on the floor, in his hand, he was holding a picture of my grandmother and looking at it.
No.
He was dead.
That
I know.
is heartbreaking. Jordan, are you still with us, or?
I know.
I am. My gosh, I know.
I
That's
know.
true love, eh?
Very, very sad.
Aw,
I know.
he died from a broken heart.
Yep. Literally looking at her picture.
Like that's something
holding
like
her picture.
from a movie.
I know. Can you picture the visual? Like
Do you
slumped over
remember-
the side,
yeah.
his chin on the thing, and his arm was reaching on the floor, and
No.
his hand was a little framed
So, do you
picture.
remember them as a kid, like?
Oh,
being
yeah.
lovey-dovey. Like, were they? Could you tell they were in love?
Good question. I don't really remember. I mean, they were the best. I mean,
It's hard
yeah,
when
I
you're
guess
a kid, you don't notice stuff like that.
you don't really notice stuff like that as a
Yeah.
kid. Like if you're an adult, you'd notice and be like envious of what
We'll
they
ask
have.
your
But as a
mom.
kid, you didn't really. But they were great. I mean, they were really the best. But it was. I mean, that one was shocking. I remember my buddy Renee, WWE superstar Renee, was coming over to our place. His mom dropped us off. I was such a dickhead kid too. I pretended it was around his birthday, and I pretended to give him a cat as a gift. We had a cat. I'm like, "Here's your gift," and he was allergic to cats. He's like, "Thanks." And he started driving down the driveway
With your cat?
with the kitten on his lap, and I ran down. I'm like, "Kidding."
Oh my god!
What a piece of shit! I know. Oh my god, this is.
I remember you broke up with my current hairdresser because she looked like a boy.
I
'cause
don't
she had her
remember that.
haircut.
I don't think that's true.
It stuck with her.
Maybe it was. Yeah, it was
Julian's ex-girlfriend is your hairdresser?
Yeah.
well, it's literally in the, but in grade 8, like 7th grade or 8th.
Oh,
grade.
okay.
Yeah.
It was it was her first boyfriend. He was her first boyfriend, and
Actually, I think it was high school. I think it was the 9th grade.
she was his first girlfriend. And while she's cutting my
all
hair,
over the map here.
she tell. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry if I want to lighten the mood from all the deaths. Anyway, she's cutting my hair and telling me that that Julien was her first boyfriend. And I'm like, geez, I hope this story ends well or my hair's going to look like shit.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, anyways, so she said it didn't end well. She said that she liked him. And then while they were dating, now keep in mind, I think they were like 12 or 13.
14 or 15. Like ninth grade.
Okay.
You're not 12.
Okay.
Okay.
She said that she cut her hair short, and he said...
I think it was college, actually.
And he broke up. She said he broke up with me because he said that I look like a boy.
I don't remember that. I remember her short...
Julien.
I know.
I remember her short hair. It looked good. She could pull it off. Many people can.
Yeah.
What?
Right, backpedaling.
Yeah, I was a real
I'm sure she's not making that up.
dickhead. I cringe back. Like, if there is a heaven and I go up and they reevaluate your life and judge you, I'm going to have some real cringy moments in front of God. Like, ooh, sorry, man. Can I still get in? Or where are we at on the pixie cut? Break up over a pixie cut. Is that a sin?
If that's the worst thing you've done, I think you're okay, Josh.
No, it's not nice though. But a lot of not nice. So anyway, I give my kitten to Renee. I'm like, here, happy birthday. He's like, and I knew he was allergic, so I didn't think he would want it. But he's like, oh my God, thanks. And his mom and him start driving down the driveway, and I run after him. Like, kidding. I take the kitten back. His mom must have been like, what a piece of shit. Who's this little kid?
Also, I'm surprised the mom was like, okay.
Who's this underdeveloped?
I guess on the way home, they'll have to get a litter.
I know. What an asshole.
Who is this underdeveloped
prick?
Was he big, your friend, at that stage?
No, starting to. When he was in the 10th grade, he was the size of the Rock, which is crazy.
Actually?
Yes.
Oh.
Like 6'4", 265 pounds. But anyway, he was getting dropped off at our place, and we had a window in the shower at that point. There isn't anymore at the house in Skidoock, and my sister Sophie was like, oh, Renee's here. I was like, yeah, he's coming by. And she's like, Pipale died. And I was like, I said, which one? It was so shocking because my first grandfather died in 89, so it was clearly not him. And I was just it was so shocking. So I think that's why I was kind of a morbid, dark kid.
Yeah.
I would lose sleep over, I think a lot of people do this. They lose sleep over, like, I would, at the thought of my parents dying one day, I would just cry all night. I would cry myself to sleep so many nights.
Well, yeah.
When you start thinking of the concept of death at that age, when you start wrapping your head around it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's devastating.
But I always have these dark thoughts, but I remember painting, all dramatic, painting the casing, being like,
oh my God.
yeah, even if they repaint the whole house, they won't repaint this one because it'll be in my memory.
Oh my God. What is it? That casing's like a park bench or something?
Yes, that's what it was in my mind.
I
was playing it up as if there was an audience to this, to my thoughts. There's no, I was like looking down, all dramatic and like stroking left and right.
And imagine like that actually was a thing. Like in our culture, we just dedicated casings to people. Like, you'd come over to someone's house and they'd be like, this is the living room, and that is where we honor...
Yeah.
Where? That corner with all the dust on it? Yeah, that's where we honor Julien.
Yeah, that's
He painted that like 15 years ago.
Must to remind us of our child with cancer.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Well, it is a lot to...
No, but I didn't think...
process for a kid.
I didn't think it could be like that, like a memorial thing. I just thought they would like look back and think of the memories of us painting together. Because I never really painted. Why would I paint? I thought, I'll paint this and it'll be a memory for them when I'm gone.
Oh my God!
Literally,
also so self-absorbed.
Oh, totally. Yeah, but as kids, you are. I mean, you're a kid.
No, I think you were especially
what kid is selfless?
I think you were the worst, though.
No, but think how many kids are actually selfless and do things for other. You're a selfish kid. You want gifts and presents, and that's it. You're a kid. I mean, what the hell? Self-absorbed.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of Jordan. I don't think I told you this story, or anyone else listening to the podcast. Hi. So my niece and my sister and her 3 kids came to visit the other night, and it was really fun. And if you're wondering if there's dusty areas in your house, have kids over. They'll literally, they have touched.
Yeah, they're walking Swiffers.
Yeah, they are. every centimeter of this house. They were under every couch, under every bed, because we have 2 cats, and they wanted after the cats. And I was like, oh no, they're like manhandling the cats. And I go, careful, like, especially one of them is very skittish, but they're not used to kids. So
Who, the kid is skittish or the cat?
one of the cat,
Oh, it sounded like the kids. Like they came over and one of them is really skittish.
and
Constantly thinks it's going to die of a brain tumor.
oh my gosh. So one of the cats like usually hides if people come over, and the other one's really friendly. But even the friendly one isn't used to being manhandled the way kids do, because kids don't understand. Like when it's a cat, they're just like, I'm just gonna yank it and pull it, and as if it's like a teddy bear or whatever. So
By the way, that's going on the soundboard for sure.
yank it and pull it.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Okay,
I'm just going to yank it and pull it.
Oh my god.
Need to update that soundboard. I'm gonna make a
Stop
note.
it. I'm going to lose track of what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. So we were trying to figure out. Also, our house is not kid proofed. And I thought I did a reasonable job, but I did not. And when the kids were sleeping over, they were all sleeping over, and my sister was going to sleep with her 2 kids. And then the oldest kid, who was about 6, was going to sleep on the couch. And her name is Morgan. She's really cute. They're all cute. And so we made it like, ooh, you get to sleep on the couch like a big girl. This is great. Da, 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 da. We all go to bed. And then I forget that, you know, when you forget in the middle of the night that you have people over, or like, where am I right now? Anyway, so I go to the bathroom. I open the sliding door that's connecting from the bedroom to the bathroom, and scared the shit out of me because Morgan's standing there. And it's like in the middle of the night. It's dark. And she's just staring at me. I went... Like, it really scared me.
You were buck naked. Did you mention that part?
No, but I don't feel it's relevant.
It's fun. Yeah, it makes you're a comedian. Make the story funny. Tell the story, the details that make it funny.
I
You were.
I didn't think it was that funny, but
You were naked,
I
head to
kind
toe.
of forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So then, because I don't sleep, I sleep with nothing on, and that was
Oh my
a pretty
god,
good
that
one.
was pretty good.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
me the first time. It was
But
me.
yeah, well, that's
Anyway,
like a
so I
funny
opened-
detail in the show,
Nah.
in the story. Why would you leave out the funny and just go, well, let me just give you the
Oh
details?
my gosh, this is also funny. The part that's coming up. I don't find it that funny that I was naked.
Jordan, is the story funnier
She
or
hasn't
less
heard,
funny
Jordan
knowing that
hasn't
she's
heard
naked?
the rest yet.
I know, but just objectively speaking,
It's a funny detail.
it's a funny detail that you were stark naked in the middle of the
Okay.
night and your niece is standing there in the bed. Go ahead.
Anyways, so I open and I'm like, oh, and then I like slide back the door so that I'm hiding myself, like while I'm talking to her, just my head sticking out. And I'm like, Morgan, what are you doing? And like I gasped, like audibly gasped, and then she goes, I want a pet nugget. Like in the middle of the night. I'm like, this is not the right time. Get down there.
Yeah.
But like, what are the chances that timing? Like, I wonder how long she was standing there. Was she standing there like, I know this is wrong and I shouldn't do it and I'm going to get in trouble for it, so I'm thinking about whether I should do it or not? Or,
Yeah, I wonder how long
or
she was
it
there.
right that second?
And I wonder, or maybe like without realizing she made a sound or something and it woke you up and you got up.
Maybe, yeah. And the thing is, it's funny because we always call our cat Nuggy, but his proper name is Nugget, and that's all she calls him, Nugget.
He was baptized Nugget.
Nah,
He's a Christian cat.
Nugget Grant Dionne.
He will go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
What's his middle name? Nugget Cashew Grant Dionne.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we got rescues. The cats are rescues, so they came with names, their own names.
Yeah, Farley was Nugget was Cashew and Farley was Laurent.
Nah. It's like it's like they're like Prince, formerly known as.
And my best
Kanye.
friend is Laurent. His name is Laurent, and I told him that. He was like, I go, we just got a cat and his name is Laurent. He was like, that's kind of weird. And then after a couple days later, he was like, how's Laurent? I go, oh, he changed his name to Farley. He was like, why? He was like, yeah.
Is Laurent a common name?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard anyone else have the name Laurent, even with all the time we've spent in New Brunswick.
It's pretty common. The Gulf of Saint Laurent
Well, that's not a human.
You don't think Saint Laurent was a human?
No, I do know that he was a human, but I just mean like now are people.
I don't know why I get phlegmy during the podcast. I don't have a cold ever. Is it because I'm leaning forward a little bit in my chair? Like,
Ew!
I'm so sorry, but it's
don't do that ever
builds
again.
up during the podcast. Why? Only today on the show. I'm not sleeping. I'm sleeping well, but you know what's keeping me up right now?
What?
It's itchy. I'm scratching. I'm itchy. It will literally wake me up. I go to bed. I cream my body from head to toe. I have to cream myself now. Because you're right. Coconut oil is not enough.
Yeah.
And so I put cream. And then I'm in the night, and then it wakes me up. I'm scratching my shin. And I wake up scratching. It's my shins, my calves, and my forearms. All night. And then it feels so... It's almost orgasmic. Like, it's almost...
But it doesn't last, eh?
7 seconds. Oh. No, it doesn't last. What do you mean it doesn't last? The itching?
Well,
yes,
like,
it does.
You know when you...
Oh, when you scratch,
when you
no.
scratch, it almost kind of hurts after.
Oh, yeah, and it feels so good. You go, oh my God, it feels so good. And then I stop. It goes away for 4 seconds. It kind of hurts a little bit. Then it comes back. The itch is back. Way worse. And then I scratch again. It feels so good during. I'm like, oh my God. But it wakes me up. I'm literally scratching my forearms and my shins out of sleep. I'm scratching myself up.
I wonder what kind of cream we could use.
Jordan, are you scaly?
You have dry. Jordan has dry skin.
Are you scaly this time of year though? Ever?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
By the way, I like that you threw that detail out there. You're like, Jordan has dry skin.
Yeah, thanks for letting everyone know. Yeah, I'm always dry, but I have psoriasis, so it makes it extra bad.
This time of year though, like, what do you use?
Yeah, what do you use, Jojo?
Hot tip.
I don't use anything special.
No?
Like on my face, it's like really nice cream, but for my body, I need to use so much of it. So like getting like an expensive nice cream feels like it's a lot, you know? So I just get one from the drugstore. I don't even know what I have right now. But
I, believe it or not, still have some of that Kiehl's you got me for Christmas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, well, I have 2 bottles, one little one, but it's because it's true. It's so good that I don't want to use, because when I use it on my legs, all the hair absorbs it. I feel like, try putting on cream on hairy legs. It's weird.
Yeah.
You have to put extra. What was the point of that? Oh yeah, because it's a good cream.
You just got distracted by bragging about your hairy legs.
Why would I brag about my hairy legs? It's nothing. It's repulsive. It's like it's.
No, it's not.
I'm thinking of shaving them.
Ugh.
And my arms.
Grounds for divorce.
Are there any parts of your body that are extra itchy? Either of you? For me, it's the shins, my calves, and my forearms. Like my shins, especially.
I'm not too bad this year so far.
No, nothing in particular.
I'll like walk, and I'm like, I stop, and I take my calf, and I'll scratch a shin with my calf, like put my leg in front of it and scratch, and then flip reverse and do the other leg with my calf. I'll scratch and rub the other shin. But I'm just like stopping and leaning on random buildings, scratching my calves or my shins with my calves. It depends on what. What's that?
That's a lot. That's intense.
I know.
Did you say jeepers?
Yeah.
Cute jeepers.
I
haven't heard anyone say jeepers in a long ass time.
Did you try to offset the it by saying ass? You're like, jeepers, cute. Haven't heard that in a long ass motherfucking time.
Are you okay?
No, but it also depends what I'm wearing. If I wear certain socks, like those Costco.
Yeah.
Melina socks, wool socks. What is it? Melina sock?
Merino
wool? Merino wool. They make the top of my foot really itchy.
Oh. Well, wonder
I'm
why.
just a scaly, itchy mess. And I find creaming, you have to cream yourself consistently day and night. And I take a lot of showers. Like I'll take a cold shower in the day, or in the
Maybe
morning.
you
I'll
should stop
take another.
doing that.
What? Which part?
In the winter, just so many showers.
No, I'll just double down on creaming.
All right.
So as you have
Creaming.
as you have silk creamer on the desk.
Creaming, like it's a verb.
I cream, you cream, we all cream for Keel's cream. No? By the way, is there any way to make someone read an email more than send a follow-up right after going recall?
What does that mean?
Well, this used to be a practice back in the day, and I haven't seen this in years. Back in the day, you could recall an email. I mean, you still can, but let's say you send an email you didn't mean to send, and then you will send an email right after going. And some email clients like Outlook or something, you can hit recall, and it just sends a message right after the email that you sent with the same subject line, but in front of the subject it says recall.
I've never seen that before.
Have you ever seen that, Josh? You're in the space.
No.
You're in the web space.
In the space.
In the web space.
Yeah, it's a recall. Look it up. Can you give it a Google? Google mo also.
Okay.
Oh, I was talking to Jordan, but you can do it too.
No, Jordan.
Recalling email. What does it mean?
How about when people unsend messages on Facebook?
Well, it's unsent. It says unsent and you can't read what they said. But recalling an email, you have both emails.
Ah.
And is there anything that will make you read an email faster than having a follow-up recall email?
Did you have one?
Yes.
And what happened?
I read the
Can
first
you tell
one
us?
so fast. I'm like, oh my God. Like, of course I'm going to read. Who in their right mind would be like, well, out of respect, she did recall this email. I'm not going to read the other
True.
one. You're going, oh my God, I can't wait to read the first email.
That's true. And can you share it with us, or is it not appropriate?
It was for, I was trying to think of something funny. No, it was my accountant, our accountant. It was for my corporate taxes that I'm still doing months and months later. I've been 3 months of doing 2 years of taxes. Anyway.
So you want to know what it is?
Yes.
Okay, it says, with message recall, a message that you sent is retrieved from the mailboxes of the recipients who haven't yet opened it.
Oh.
Yeah, but I received it.
Oh.
Yeah, you receive it, but did you open it yet?
When you saw it recalled, you opened it then, right?
I opened it then.
Yeah, and he was still able
Exactly.
to see it.
No, I saw both come in. I had 2 emails from her. The first one said GST QST, and the second one said recall GST QST. Well, I opened the shit out of GST QST first.
Yeah, but that's what it means.
Right.
If you haven't opened it yet. For example, if you forgot to include an attachment, you can try to retract the message and then send a replacement message. That's another reason why. You can
but will it
substitute.
If I hadn't opened the first one, well, it was there though.
Yeah, that is strange.
Unless she sent another one and recalled it and I didn't see it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know,
they're both there, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what you said, Jordan, which makes sense. I love the idea that if the person hasn't opened it, if you recall it, it takes it.
I don't think that is that a thing though, because I've had recalled messages in the past. Again, it's been years, but the original was always there. Anyway, I was like, ooh, embarrassing. I'm going to definitely read this first one.
Was it juicy?
No, I don't even know. Maybe it was recalled because it was just she was like, oh, scratch that. I actually found what I was looking for. I'm just missing this and this. If you could call Revenue Quebec or whatever. So, yeah, weird. Maybe it did recall it. But I was like, it made me all like, ooh, gossip or something like
gossip.
that. It triggered that thing in me. Yeah.
It also says that you can delete. There's an option when you're doing it to delete unread copies of the message.
How? Which email clients are they using that this is a possibility? I did not think this. Why am I just learning about
this? This is Microsoft 365. I
cool.
don't know.
Wow. I did not think that was a thing.
I like that. I like that feature.
My buddy, I won't mention his name. You know who it is, Jen, because I've told you the story off air, but he was... He sent a nude of his ex-girlfriend to a business client, a woman. He wanted to send it. He wanted to send it to his buddy.
OMG.
And he was like really quick, and this buddy's name starts with an M, this other friend that he wanted to send it to, and he started putting M, and it sent it to like
a woman
with M who's like a business contact, associate
That's
of him, like
awful.
a supplier. And it was just
brutal.
It was no message, just a picture of his ex naked.
Also, what's that guy? What's he doing sending his friend? Why would he want his friend to see his girlfriend naked?
It's a couple girlfriends ago. It was like,
yeah, but still, I don't want my those pictures sent to anyone.
I know.
Well, that's probably going to happen. I mean, it's just a risk you take sending nudes. I mean, it's not, most likely not only going to be seen by the person you're sending it to. That's just the reality of it. I mean, that's
really.
Well, of course. There's a high. I mean, why would you put yourself in that position to begin with? It's like the odds of that only being that person.
Maybe just don't include your face.
Yeah, maybe this was face.
Not like over here sending a bunch of nudes, so it's not like.
Jordan, if we had a camera in your room right now, would we be seeing you deleting a bunch of photos? Unsent.
Yeah.
Recall.
Yeah, recall. I'm just going to pop out for 2 seconds.
I'm not done the story, though.
Yeah, I know, but I really have to use the loo.
I thought you were going to say litter. I really have to use the litter. She squats over the self-cleaning litter, just like a huge...
Jenny's now a furry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're a furry, Jenny. Jenny the furry.
Every time.
I know. Well, it never gets old. I have the sense. It's funny now that I'm a grown man at 39. I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old, and when I was 12, I thought I was dying.
Oh, maybe you're like a Benjamin Button situation.
I'm an emotional Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
That's the name of the episode. I have to write that down right now. Emotional Benjamin Button. All right, there we go. I think this is episode 500. Can you look on iTunes right now?
Right.
It is?
You're right. We were just behind one, so I was confused.
Because there's one, it's $4.98 right now that's up.
Yeah.
$4.99's in the can. I was supposed to release it Friday. I got busy. I'm going to release that today, and then 500.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted to do this big to-do for 500, and here we are phoning it in. Phoning it in. Oh, well, we'll do a big one for the thousandth. No, even the 550th or 600th. 600th. Anyway, 500, it's a big milestone. We would have gotten there sooner if I would have been consistent since 2014, but took a couple years off here and there. Sporadic. Our listenership has varied quite a bit. The show has varied quite a bit. It started off, I was by myself. I would do a monologue interview. I listened back to those episodes. It was good. Like in Toronto, I had a full studio, like separate from the apartment. I would go there. It was great. And this was before.
That's cool.
It was before. This was when podcasting was strictly audio. There was no compelling. No one was. You weren't kind of like, here we have to do video now because it's just the way it is, and video is the future. And if you don't have a video aspect to your podcast, it's weird. But back then it was strictly audio, so there was like a freedom to that. It was just like, it was easy. What was I talking about before you went? I wanted to resume. Wow, all three of us.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
Oh, recall. Oh, he sent a message. Yeah, so he sends the nude to a business associate, like a supplier, a woman, no less. So he's like, it'll like, the sound when it sends. He's like, oh fuck, and he sends her. He didn't recall. I guaranteed he didn't even know this was an option. But he just sent her a message being like, so sorry. Please ignore the last message and please do not open it. Like as if. As if that woman was like, okay, out of respect for our business partnership, I will not open the last one. Like, guaranteed she went in and was like, oh, God, Jesus, what the fuck?
That's so funny.
Anyway, this is our 500th episode, Jenny.
Wow.
And you guys have been with the show for like what, 250 of those, 300 maybe.
I'm not sure.
Really? That many?
Wow.
I think Jordan came later than me.
Well, maybe 300 and some, because I think I only had maybe I mean, I'll do the math when I I think I had 180 or something already, because, well, during the pandemic, I mean, we were doing them every day, 7 days a week at first. Well, I don't think you were even on at that point, Jenny. I was doing seven a week, and then 5 a week. We did 5 a week for a long time. Numbers add up when you do 5 every week. That's 20 a month. 20 episodes a month. That's crazy. No wonder I was in a bad mood for most of them. Yeah, I look back at some clips, I cringe. I'm like, geez, just lighten up.
Yeah, you were.
I'm a lot more zen. Even though I do have some annoying moments sometimes, I react to things for no reason. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, when you do a podcast or perform, watch yourself at all, it's like a mirror. You know, you're watching. You don't realize.
Well, especially that we don't edit. I just do one take and we upload it.
Mm-hmm.
Before, like the first 100 episodes or something, you know, it would take me 8 hours for one episode, from recording it to editing it and putting it up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I would edit everything. I would edit, if I went like this, too much, I would go and take out all the tisks.
That's crazy. You know Mel Robbins, eh?
Yes.
Jordan, have you heard of Mel Robbins?
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, do you want to finish what you're going to say and then I'll say something?
Go ahead.
No, I don't care.
Go.
Why?
Go.
But finish what you're going to say.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
This is the flow of my convo.
It is it the flow? It feels
Sure
jarring.
is. Oh, maybe it does, but you don't realize where I'm going with it.
I know exactly where you're going with it.
What?
You don't think I know you?
Go ahead.
Mel Robbins wrote this book, and Amazon screwed up, and it said that her book was sold out, and so she really didn't want to do an audiobook, and she decided she was going to do it because it was just like part of the deal, and she ended up doing it. She did it in one take, and she didn't edit any of it out. Oh, what were you going to say?
Well, I wasn't going to say all that part. I was just going to say that sometimes it's okay to have some little mistakes, and it gives it character.
You're right. See, this is one of those reactions that I'll listen back and go, shut up. Not you, me.
Well, I hope so. It's me.
Oh, no, to you, it's all the time, I think. Shut up. I didn't even like saying that jokingly.
Jeez.
Tuck, tuck, tuck. Jeez. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tuck, tuck, tuck.
My shins. Do you think, is it still snowing, by the way?
No.
In the capital region's coming down. We expect 4 to 2 centimeters, 2 to 4, I should say. We're going up. I have to drive to Quebec.
Tell us about your show.
Well, I'm doing a show.
Quebec City?
Yeah.
You should drive there today?
Yeah.
How far is it from
4
you
hours?
guys?
4.5?
4.5, yeah.
You're doing a show in a comedy club?
Yeah, Comedy Club. It's a really, really fantastic
Where is
club.
it?
State of the art. It's in Quebec City.
Whereabouts?
It's in this pyramid.
Is there only one comedy club there?
Now
that one?
there's 2. There's Nick Ansey or something like that. And there's a bunch of rooms and stuff. And the largest theater, I think one of the largest theaters in Quebec is there. And the oldest theater, which you've been, the oldest theater in North America is there. It's 400 years old.
Really cool.
Petit Champlain. Done a couple TV tapings there.
Petit Champlain.
I'll do it with an English accent. Petit Champlain. Petit Champlain Theatre. Yeah, I'm driving there this afternoon, doing a show tonight, and then tomorrow night in Charlevoix, which is like an hour further. So I got to come back. I've got a 5.5 hour drive on Friday coming back.
It's 4 hours and 45 minutes to that comedy club. I just looked it up.
And the hotel is right next to it. I know it's gross to have carpets in hotels, but I don't like hotels without carpet.
Why?
I don't know. It's less cozy or something. I know it's far less disgusting. Like the notion of carpets in hotels is really gross. I mean, people track their shoes from outside. You don't take your shoes off. You walk around. But I don't know. This hotel I've stayed at 4 or 5 times every time I've done the club, and it's, oh, look at him. He's dreaming. Look at his tail. Look at his little tail. I wonder if he's dreaming of us right now. Like he's wagging his tail as he's sleeping.
That's pretty cute.
Um,
Probably more likely his frisbee.
He's so cute. Frig. Anyway.
All mad.
Yeah, this hotel, it's like laminate flooring on the floor. I don't know. You walk in, it's just not as cozy. It's way cleaner, but I like a carpet in a hotel. I like a new hotel and carpet because then it's less gross, obviously. But even in an old hotel, we went to Chateau Frontenac, or if you go to St. Andrews there, the Fairmont, it's all carpet. It's nice. In Moncton 2 weeks ago when I went, I was in that brand new. There's a lot of new hotels in Moncton around the Avenir Center, and there's the one that we do, the Hilton Garden downtown, and I was the one just across the street, the Hyatt. So nice, but it's all carpet. I love that. I love carpet. That could be the name of the episode too. I don't know, especially when the carpet matches the drapes.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. Yeah, no, agree, disagree. Carpet in hotels. It's cold. It's like
I disagree.
I know.
But I like having slippers in a hotel room.
Oh yeah, I should bring the ones I'm wearing now.
That's how you know you are an experienced road comedian or getting to be a bit of a diva when you're on the road. There's things I need. Ooh. I mean, if I can bring the Nespresso machine, I bring it with me. That's diva.
I think diva would be buying slippers and then throwing them out in the garbage at the hotel.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing when we say diva, Mariah Carey, would she bring slippers from home?
Yeah, that's true.
And an espresso machine from home?
That's true.
High
maintenance, but
yeah. Jordan?
Yeah.
Carpets or no carpets?
There's no carpets at the hotel for your wedding at Hotel
Oh
Chediac.
yeah, right.
And I liked it. That was the first time I've seen hardwood in a hotel, and I liked it.
Yeah, it's better. See, Jules?
She said she liked it. Is it better though, Jordan? We need this settled.
I don't know. For some reason, I never really thought of the carpet as like a disgusting thing, but now that you're saying it, it is kind of disgusting. So I'm gonna go hardwood.
I would have carpet in the house. Like back in the day, we had carpet in our house everywhere. Every room had carpet. Each bedroom had a different color carpet. I had blue. My sister had like a mauve carpet. We had beige carpet all over. And then in the 90s, people became aware of how gross it was, I guess. And we got stick-on tiles. Those, the square stick-on tiles. Mm-hmm. I remember being a kid, being disappointed that, it was my dying wish to keep the carpet. And
dying wish.
And we had those stick-on.
Carpet is cozy, but it's filthy.
I would put carpet everywhere, especially in a basement. Oh, I love carpet in the basement.
Though, with animals.
I know, with animals. Like we have an area rug upstairs. It's so gross because of Gordy. But if we had no animals, a basement with carpet? Are you kidding me? It's the best.
Yeah, it's cozier.
Yeah, basement is the one area that I would like carpet. The rest of it I don't like.
A thick carpet in the basement.
I mean, you could use a carpet cleaner, but that's a big ordeal.
Big gordeal?
Gordy.
Yeah, that's our new Facebook debate. We always have one per episode organically. And I don't mean carpet versus flooring in regular life, just in a hotel. Hotel carpet or hotel laminate or hardwood floor? Would you like carpeted hotel rooms?
Everyone's going to say a hard,
doubt it. Why? I'm not everyone.
Carpet.
I don't count.
It's especially hotels. It's so gross to have a carpet.
Everything about a hotel is gross.
It's so filthy.
Yeah, but think of everything that we ignore in a hotel that's actually gross.
Yeah.
Think of everyone that uses that pillow.
I know.
You go to someone else's house and you're like, oh, you feel weird using their pillow, even with a fresh pillowcase. A hotel, don't even think about it. You're like, yeah, I'll use this.
I don't feel like it's weird at a person's house.
Never? You don't think I do. I don't think it's weird. I just think of, 8 people have used this.
Yeah, some people drool.
But in a hotel, 800 people have used that pillow.
I know.
They've drooled, they've snored, things have leaked out of their ears and nose and mouths.
Oh, so lots of sex and...
Oh, yes. Lots and lots of sex and masturbating and fecal spray. And we're just like, oh, this is a cozy bed. I love this hotel. These beds are so cozy, comfy.
I know. And if you're driving, you can bring your own pillow, but you can't really do that when you're flying.
No. And how come it's like we block it out of our minds. Like we know this intellectually on paper, but we just ignore it.
I know. I guess because we just have to.
And they never wash comforters in a hotel. And I will jump right on a bed and start watching TV when I'm in a hotel. Like, think of all the disgusting people.
Also, you wouldn't buy like a used mattress from someone off of Marketplace, but you would sleep on a mattress 800 people have slept on.
And they don't have mattress covers. It's just the mattress. And
like you could, exactly. You could buy a reasonably new mattress from a stranger.
Yuck.
Off of Marketplace. If you put a mattress cover over it, like a good one.
And here's the thing. Sorry. Yes.
No. And if you go to the person's house and they seem like someone you would hang out with and have a sleepover at their house, then why wouldn't you? Well,
that's the thing is when I'm picturing 800 people in a hotel sleeping in hotel rooms, I'm picturing relatively attractive people. But the truth is,
don't. I don't.
Most of them are disgusting sacks of shit.
No! You gotta stop because then I'll think about that.
Fat and gross and farting.
Please stop.
Bad diets and BO, and we're like,
diets.
oh, I love this bed.
Also, you
what
have
are the
to
beds
trust.
In this hotel?
Also, you have to trust that housekeeping is actually washing things well and like changing them. Sometimes I wonder when I go into hotels, I wonder if they've actually changed the bedding. Sometimes the bedding doesn't look washed. Yucky.
Really?
That's so gross.
Oh my God, you're just sliding in there. And we always comment how comfy the bed is in every hotel. We're like, I love it.
I remember going to sleep one time and opening it up and seeing like a little hair, like resembling a pubic hair. I
wouldn't sleep in it.
You would though. If you're tired enough, you just would. You'd just be like, what's involved in changing you've already taken all your stuff out of your suitcase, you're exhausted. Try to get somebody up to change the bedding.
Your brain blocks it out. As soon as you slide in those covers, like, that's comfy. Excuse me. Imagine that sound I just made. Imagine the sound I just made coming out of someone's butt in a bed. And then literally the next night, you're like, so comfy.
Oh, my God.
I love this bed. That was the night before.
Oh my gosh.
Or this, they were going, It's from a porn.
Oh my gosh.
Or this part. This.
Ew.
Well, that was happening in the hotel room bed that I'm about to sleep in tonight. This was last night. And tonight I'm going to be scrolling on TikTok in that same bed.
I feel like nauseous talking about this. Can we stop? Like I actually have like a feeling in my throat that's like pukey. Can we stop?
It's funny that our brain will just like...
If I have that feeling, how does anybody listening... Or there must be like, okay.
Well, that's why nobody listens. Yeah. Oh, that sounded fake. Well, that was better.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh, snap. Oh my gosh. So my mom is addicted to buying stuff on Marketplace. It's out of control.
Speaking of gross things.
So she bought a chair on Marketplace, one of those chairs that we all know from IKEA. It's called, like, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's
Boyschenklaus?
Poing or Pong. Pong chair. Boykenschlank. And anyway, it's Pong so or Pang or something like that. Anyway, it's the one with the wooden frame, and it's like really like light, and you can replace the
the wooden sides, and it's all like one bouncy piece.
I think she's addicted to. Well, I know she's addicted to changing her furniture all the time. It's a really strange addiction. Anyway, so. We go to this woman's house. She's selling it for $100. And we get there and she goes, "Come on in, it's inside." Now, I don't want to shop on Marketplace anymore because I'm not going in people's houses. Like, what am I doing here? So we go into the house and I go, And it's awkward because I can see that there's a stain on it. But for some reason, it's
From what? From like a butt?
no, like from a head, which is really
Ew.
weird. It's like it looks like quite a sizable.
Looks like someone fell asleep
Oval.
picking a scab on the back of their head and they fell
Ew!
asleep.
Stop it now! I'm gonna leave if you keep talking about stuff like that. I just
Well,
told
what could
you
it
I
be?
feel nauseous.
You have a little scab, you pick it, then you fall asleep in that boinking chair, whatever. Go ahead.
You're so gross today.
Yeah.
So there's like if you can picture like a horizontal oval, and it's quite big, but it's not
more like
obvious stain right away. Like at first I go over and I'm like, oh yeah, I go couldn't have my sunglasses on inside because I had just come in from outside and it was just gonna be quick, grab the thing and go. I don't want to be in this friggin' person's house. So I go, oh hey, looks like there's like a stain there. But it's awkward to say that, right? Because like obviously this person, I don't know, you don't want to insult them or make them feel uncomfortable, but you're paying $100. And my mom's like, oh no, I don't see it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's right there. And then she's like, oh, that's fine.
It's just head sweat. I rest
Yeah.
here after I jog.
So then I leave. So we leave with the chair. And when I pulled my sunglasses up a little bit, it kind of looked like less because, you know, it's brighter and you can't see it as much.
Oh, it's like a black light, like your black light glasses.
Jeez, interruption central. So we get out to the car, we go back home, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, there's 100% a stain, Mom. Look at it. And then it's starting to bug her. So I go, I've got stain remover at home. Now she's got to remove a stain that she paid $100 for.
She paid $100 for it?
Yeah.
Your mom's getting ripped off on Marketplace.
Oh,
You see
I
her
know.
coming a mile away. $100 for a used chair?
This woman's a total fucking bitch too.
She's your mother. Why would you say that?
Anyway, so she contacts this woman, and she says there actually is a stain because I said that, oh, it looks like there's a stain, and the woman was like, oh no, I've never noticed a stain. Liar. Like there's no way that she didn't notice this. So we get home, and then I say to my mom, I'm like, just contact her and say, like, actually there is a stain.
That's where you go wrong. Every time you always want to get your money back or return things on Marketplace or Kijiji. It's that you can't. It's the wild. This is where I side with the seller every time. It's like you're buying someone's garbage. You can't call them back and want money back.
It shouldn't be garbage, though. You shouldn't say garbage.
If they're not selling it, they're throwing it out. So what is it?
That's not true.
The only difference.
That's actually not true because
the only
she
thing
just
that's not making it garbage is that you're giving them money and
Why
you're
do
taking
you call
it home.
it garbage though? It's possible to sell a used piece of furniture without it being stained.
What
and
if
then
that-
lying when I
Okay,
say I think there's a stain and then she lies. That's not cool.
But if that piece of furniture was on the side of the street, it would be called what?
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't though. It's not. It's not. I won't even say the word because you want me to, but it's not. It's not.
But this
And
is,
she
you
also
can't-
lied. I actually said, I
What
think
was
there's a
the-
stain
what-
there. And then she said, no, I've never noticed it. And she also said that she had just bought it like last week. Don't turn down my volume. I can see you with your hands over there, your
So
little
loud.
fingers. Anyway,
little skinny fingers.
Yeah, your little fingers with the ring falling off of it.
Why aren't you like this all the time? I like this. So I'll passive when the cameras are on and I seem like the asshole. Finally.
The camera's on right now.
No, I know, but usually you're all like, "Mm," and then I listen
one
back. I'm
thinks-
like, I come across as an asshole.
No
but
one
this
thinks
is what I
I'm
want.
an asshole now. They think I'm right. Because I said to that woman, there's a stain on there. And she said, I've never noticed a stain. And I just bought it last week. It's just too big for my living room.
Of course she's going to
You
lie.
fucking
She's trying to
liar.
sell her garbage.
No. She is despicable. and I know where she fucking lives. I could go to her house.
Oh, yeah. Big threat.
Yeah, I will.
And what? Do what? Demand your money back? She's not a corporation. She owes you nothing. She's a woman selling garbage, and you're giving her money. The negotiation.
Sometimes I don't like that you're a Libra.
The negotiation has to happen right before you give the money. You can't give the money because that's a contract. You go, I agree to buy this for this amount, and then call her on the way back. I will side with the seller every time you try to return something or call back and give feedback. They're not a business. They could give a fuck about your feedback.
Did you not hear anything I just
she
said?
has
She
$100
lied to me, though.
Why wouldn't she lie? She's not held to any standard. She's not part of a business.
I get that
she's trying to.
I get that she's not
she's trying
held
to
to any
hustle
standard.
her garbage out.
No.
She'll say anything.
Stop calling it garbage. People can sell used furniture without it being garbage.
It's all garbage.
Ugh.
I buy garbage too. I agree.
Why are you calling it garbage? It's not garbage.
It's a stained chair with biological discharge on it, and you're buying it.
I don't
it's
know what
garbage.
you're doing on the chairs. Maybe you should stop sitting on the furniture if you're just like letting fluids come out of your body. I don't know what's going on with you.
Okay, what could it possibly be? What could the stain possibly other than biological sweat?
Yeah, I understand. But you could buy a chair that doesn't have a stain on it. And
it's going to have
totally
DNA on
normal.
it. As soon as it has DNA on it, it's garbage.
This is not fun for me. You're making me angry. Jordan, please pipe up. Fuck, man. Jordan, say something, please.
Oh, I think I just popped a rib laughing that laugh. Oh my god.
Can you just be a voice of reason to this insane human I'm talking to?
Which part is
No,
insane?
This is entertaining.
Which part is insane? Me saying that it's garbage, or you trying to return something on Kijiji? Like upholding her to a return policy. There's no return policy. You bought the garbage. It's over. The contract is done. She should block your number as soon as, or not just she, like anybody. As soon as someone leaves the house.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore if you're siding with her. I said there's a stain there, and she's like, no,
yes,
there's no stain.
She's a lying piece of shit. But you bought it after seeing the stain.
My mom's like on a limited income.
But why would you buy it if you see the stain? If you see the stain, go, there's a stain. Okay, I'll pay for it anyway.
My mom believed that she wouldn't have sold something.
Does your mom not have eyes? Could you not see the stain?
It was subtle in that lighting. And then later when it got into her place where there's like the windows are open, her place was like all the shades were drawn and it was dark. You couldn't even see it.
If you go to a place and there's a stain on a chair, you go, oh, there's a stain. I see the stain with my eyes. And she goes, no, there isn't. You go, okay, here's money. And you leave. It's over. It's unfortunate.
I understand where you're coming from.
It sucks, but it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I mean, that's why you buy things new in stores and not on fucking Marketplace or Kijiji.
That person is a desperate fucking loser.
They're all desperate losers selling their garbage on Marketplace.
What? It's not all garbage. Stop it. It can be environmental if you reuse instead of throwing something and putting it in a landfill. If money was no object,
no one would buy on Marketplace.
I'm not done. My mom bought a similar chair that's in excellent condition that somebody just didn't need anymore in their guest room or whatever, and they got something else to replace it. So that's the perfect scenario. You don't lose all your money. No one's barely even sat on that chair because it was in a room or no one even used it. That's different.
If money was no object.
Oh, you didn't even hear what I said.
Yes, I did.
No, because that was the sentence you were going to say before that.
Can I not still listen to what you're saying and resume my thought?
No.
I just heard exactly what you said. Your mom has a nice chair. She paid for it. Someone barely sat on it and she had it and she cherishes it.
Well, not everything's garbage. So just
my
acknowledge
point is,
that instead of going right back waiting for your speech that you want to say.
I'm not. But see, you're way off here. You're so way off. Do you not understand how conversation works? If you start a point and you're cut off, is it means I'm not listening if I resume that exact point? No. It just means I'm still going to say my point.
You don't know how acknowledge.
Yes, I acknowledge your mom bought good condition garbage.
You didn't acknowledge it. No, it's not garbage. Stop.
Why so mad though? I don't understand why you're so mad. Is it a put on now? Or are you like?
No, I'm mad for my mom's sake because she doesn't have a lot of money, and then this fucking.
You shouldn't have bought it when you saw a stain. You shouldn't have bought it.
I get it.
I'm sorry,
Jules,
but
I get it. I told her there was a stain.
So
but
So what did you expect?
She believed the woman when the woman said there is no stain.
Can you let me speak? When you called back, what did you expect the woman to go?
I
You're
didn't
right.
Call back.
Your mom called back.
No, she didn't call anyone. It was on Facebook.
So what was the expectation there for you to go? Okay, you're right. Bring the chair back. I will give you your $100 back. That will never happen. I don't know what world you live in where you think that was even a possibility.
Well, I think you're focusing on the wrong point. The point is the woman misled, and that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying
of course
that
it's all shady.
I expected her to be all cool all of a sudden. I didn't expect that.
But what was the point in messaging back?
Well, I think because my mom needs the money. She didn't want to waste her money on a piece of shit chair.
Only way she's going to get her money back is if she then lies and says sells it. She says, I don't see a stain and sells it for $100.
Yeah, I get it. But I'm just saying.
I'm saying you're wasting your time going back to the original seller. That's my whole point here. You're completely wasting your time. No one in their right mind will go, you're right, I'll give you your money back, come back. Also, let me finish my
She
point.
has been able to get money back before when somebody has deceived her.
When?
I don't know. I don't remember the date. I keep a journal. Just 1 minute. Let me see the.
If money was
dates.
no object, if it wasn't a thing, everyone was unlimited money, not a single person would buy anything off Marketplace.
Maybe they would because they want to reuse things. Some people are environmental. Maybe you don't care.
Gross people are.
Yeah, right. I've seen you put like many cans in the garbage, and I see you not using the compost.
So? Oh my God. This is turning into a personal attack. Why are you attacking me? Why are we against each other here? Why, like, so you're starting to out me as a non-composter? Like,
well, it's shocking. You're like really progressive and care about things, but then
composting is a scam.
No, it's not.
You've seen them pick it up here. They take the compost out of the compost bin, they put it in the garbage bin, and they throw it all out together. It's a scam. It's a tax thing for the municipality. It's not real. It makes people feel better. The only way to compost properly is do it in your backyard.
You don't know that for sure.
And I don't want to do that. It's gross. It's got bugs and rodents that come with it. And I've put cans in the garbage when I was hiding my drinking. There.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and you find things in the garbage. I'm like, what the fuck?
Me?
You're like, I saw a moose head in the garbage. I'm like, what are you doing in the garbage?
Don't put this on me. You're the one who's hiding booze.
I was. It's old me, not anymore. In the garbage. I remember. I'm like, what the fuck? I hid 2 cans of moose head in with garbage in not even a clear bag, in a garbage bag. You come, hey, did you drink moose head? I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, because I found it in the garbage outside. Like, what the fuck are you doing in the garbage?
Well, I don't know. I looked in maybe. I'm not picking through the garbage to catch you. I didn't in any. Oh yeah, I'm the weird one. You're the one buying garbage. You're the one who's hiding empty cans of beer in the garbage from your wife.
I don't think we were married at the time.
Jordan,
anyway.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
That was a roller coaster.
Why are you sorry?
Well, because she hasn't been able to get a word in edgewise.
Anyway, can you at least agree that it's weird to try to return something on Marketplace? It's a waste of time, and you're only gonna get madder because you're gonna go, this bitch lied, and she won't take it back. You're gonna get even madder. Just ignore. When you realize you fucked up on Marketplace, you go, I didn't
fuck up. It was my mom.
You go, I gotta take the loss. I can either resell this for less money or lie to someone else and sell it for the same money. But I took a hit here. I fucked up. You can't go back to the seller and get mad at them. It's all shady. It's all awful. It's Marketplace. It's Kijiji. It's known for shady, weird people.
Oh, I'm turned off of Marketplace.
Of course.
I don't like the people. They're fucking losers, a lot of them.
I've sold things on Marketplace. People that come up here and buy our garbage. Losers, all of them.
Stop calling it garbage.
They show up in their weird car. There's usually way too many kids in the car falling out.
Oh my God. Careful.
Anyway. People on Marketplace need to use birth control is what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Jordan?
Oh, poor Jordan. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Any where do you stand on the Marketplace thing?
Do you buy anything off Marketplace or sell?
I've sold things on Marketplace.
Oh, selling is fine. There's a world full of suckers out there that will pay for our garbage.
Please, jeez.
No, you can sell.
Can you let Jordan talk for a minute?
Yes.
Oh my God. No, I've sold things that weren't garbage.
Thank you. And what kinds of things? Like an example.
And it's actually a really beautiful side table that I just didn't need anymore because it didn't match my room anymore.
Right.
And yeah.
And
so
you probably paid how much for it and sold it for how much?
Oh, I don't remember exactly. This is a few years ago, but.
Would you consider what you sold garbage?
Not at all. It was really beautiful, actually.
Do you think it was useful for someone and they were able to save probably a couple $100 or $100? Yeah.
Julian's over there
What's your return policy?
Don't worry about him.
No, what's your return policy? Do you think
I never said that. I never
do you think
said
sellers should be obliged to be held to a return policy?
Yeah, but I never said that.
Well, he called back or sent a message.
I
That was
never
obviously
did.
that was obviously the goal.
My mother did.
Let's get your mom on the phone. Call her up. What was her point? The goal.
Well, yeah, but the woman flat out lied and said there was
Of course,
no stain.
it's a shady business.
No, not
Okay,
of course.
Jordan and you are the
Yeah, but I've seen people sell stuff on Marketplace and they're honest. They say, I'm selling this. It does have a stain. I think you could probably get it out, but I'm selling it for a lot cheaper because there is a stain. So if you're willing to try to get it out.
She's obviously desperate. First of all, she's selling a chair for $100. That's psychotic.
Why?
It's too much.
Oh, that's not true. It would have cost like for instance, my mom bought, and it's a foot, and what do you call it? What do you call those things? Ottoman or footstool or whatever? What do you call them?
The woman's obviously desperate.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. You're dealing with desperate people that need money for the most part. I mean, obviously you have some normal people in there that are selling things that are fine. But for the most part, it's people that need to make money now and they're desperate. Otherwise, they'd just toss it. As if she wouldn't just toss a stained chair. She tried to get a sucker. And it sucks for your mom. It sucks.
Jeez, it took a while to get there for you to say that. Finally.
No, always, of course. But I'm saying thinking you'll get anything back by calling or going back is crazy. I mean, it's over. Because you've done that too before. You've wanted to return things on Kijiji. I'm like, you can't. I've stopped you. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Sort of.
I can't remember what it was. I'm like, you can't. Like, it's over. Once you buy it, it's just, that's it. It's done. Contract over.
Okay. How many different ways can you say something?
9.
Fuck.
And I've only done it 6. So 3 more ways.
Fuck, you're annoying. Fuck.
All right, everybody. That is our episode. We're going to go for the close. I got to hit the road. And I really thought we were going to do a short episode today, but here we are, giving you extra bonus content.
Me yelling most of the time.
Yeah, why can't you be like that more?
I'm tired. That's why.
Well, be tired more. I like you feisty. I like you giving it back to me. Because sometimes I'll snap back and say something annoying or whatever, and you just like, you won't say anything. Then in the clips or in the episode, I come across as a huge asshole. Meanwhile, when the cameras are off here, well, you beat me. This is a cry for help. I'm a battered husband.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but you're not the same person off camera. You give it back, like you snap back, whatever, and then on camera, you just like, often you'll just laugh it off. And I come across as a huge dick. Dink. Dingleberry. All right. 500 episodes. Here's to 500 more. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. We love you. We subscribe to you. So you should subscribe to us back. And subscribe on Twitter. I mean, we are on Twitter, but... Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Producer Jordan does a phenomenal job cutting up the show and finding the best moments and putting it up there.
We love our JoJo.
We sure do, and she loves us back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I thought you did. I love you both.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. Thanks, everybody. Subscribe, listen, share.
Julien.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. We're going to be on schedule again. New episodes every Thursday. When Jordan comes in studio here, when we get the upgrade, we might ramp it up to 2 episodes a week.
I want to have a guest on next week.
I have to upgrade some stuff in the studio first.
Yeah, but even if it's not in the studio, Zoom?
No, because the Brad Yates one was a disaster.
Okay.
Technically,
when can we do that,
he
then?
couldn't see us. It was all, remember?
Yeah, but when can we do it for a new guest?
I don't know. Give me some time to upgrade the studio. I started.
What about on the phone?
That's not fun.
Yeah.
By the way, how did it happen? Are you closer to the camera? All of a sudden, you're huge and on top, like your head's cut off in the top.
I don't know.
Or you? No, you don't have to change. Anyway. We'll discuss the guests because, I want to get... sorted here, but all right. Episode 500 in the books. We'll see you when we see you, and until then, watch your head.